is James DeLong from the Marketing Bulletin Board, and today we're going to discuss how to add a sitemap to your web page. And we're going to use Google Sitemap to actually upload. The first thing you're going to have, one is a domain, and then you're going to need to have an FTP client. If you don't have an FTP application, you can go ahead and download it. There's a free one here that I recommend that I personally use. It's called FileZilla, and you can find that at filezilla-project.org. This is going to take you to the home page here. Just download the client, and then from that point use the one that's available for your operating system. If it's XP or Vista, you'll go ahead and just click that one, the one you're going to download. The next thing is we're going to go to a web page called XML Sitemaps. Now this is a great site here. If your page is less than 500, your domain or your web page is going to be less than 500 pages, and a lot of people might say that might be a lot of web pages, but really it isn't, depending on how or what it is that you're selling. If you have a catalog or something like that, then 500 pages is really easy to go over. However, for what we're going to do here, I'm just going to show you how the basics of this thing, how it works. We're going to go to xmlsitemaps.com, and then from this point here we're going to enter our web page, which is jamesdelong.com. Click this here. I'm going to leave everything default. It's going to give you the option to choose the change frequency, the last modification. We're just going to use the service response and just leave it automatic priority. Now, as you can see here, before we hit start, it tells you the maximum is 500 pages, and if you want to use your standalone version of it, it's going to be unlimited. There's going to be a little charge for it. However, for this purpose of this this little video here, I'm just going to use the free version, and not only that, but I may only have 5 or 6 pages on that web page anyway, so no biggie. Go ahead and click on start. It's going to go ahead and open up the next page here, and then you can notice there's a bunch of different little things you can see here. All the download types are going to tell you uncompressed, compressed, ROR, and then there's a couple of them. HTML sitemap, that's for like the humans to see. The text format, the different version. ROR, I think this is the one for Yahoo, and then the other one's going to be for like if you want to put it to for text or mobile. But for today's lesson here, we're just going to use the one for Google, so it's already done up on this top portion of it. You can download the sitemap file by clicking here, and I've actually already done that earlier, so I do have the file on my desktop. And then once you do that, it tells you to put it into the public HTML folder on your site. For me, mine's going to be, my public folder is afterthis.com, so I'm going to drag it using my FTP client server. I'm going to put it after www.jamesdelong.com, so my client folder, that's where I'm going to drop it at. And then after that, we're going to go to your Google Webmaster account, and from the first video that I created here for you guys was to show you how to create a Gmail account. So once you have a Gmail account, you can go ahead and click on the Google Webmaster account. It's going to take you to this page here, and once you log on, that's why I asked everybody to make sure they have their own account for Gmail. You can use other accounts too, but I prefer to just create an account and for each one of my web pages. And then you can go ahead and enter your domain name, and then click add. And as you can see, I've already done that on this portion of it here. So the next thing we have to do is just verify this domain. And to verify it, and actually I've already done that for you, but you may, once you get to this page here, it's going to say not verified, and it's going to ask you how you want to verify. You can either do it by a meta tag or upload an HTML file. If it tells you to upload an HTML file, that's probably the easiest way for me to do it, and that's, well, you can do either way. They're both pretty simple. My preference was to use and upload an HTML file. Once you click on that, it gives you a crazy, like a Google web page they want you to upload. And what you would do in this situation here is something, I would copy this and then open up a notepad. Let me go ahead and open up a notepad for you. Hit file, save as, and then just go ahead and paste that in there and change this from text document to all files, and now you have yourself an HTML file with that name. So we'll go ahead and replace that. I already have one on my desktop. So now here's my file. So the next thing you want to do at this point is use the FTP client, connect to your home page or your domain name, and then drag that Google file or this little HTML file here, drag that to your root directory, and then click on verify. Once you do that, you'll see it'll come back and it says it's verified. Alright, so now that we verified your site, we're going to go to the sitemaps, and we go ahead and click on add a sitemap. Before we actually choose any of this information here, make sure that that sitemap that you have downloaded from this page earlier, we're going to actually upload that to your directory as well. So make sure that's already there with your FTP client. And once you do that, you can go ahead and choose General Web Sitemap, and then go ahead and put the name of that file, which by default XML Sitemaps.com calls it sitemap.xml, which is exactly like this example here. So once you have that, just hit General, and it's going to add the sitemap for you. That's all I have for today, so hopefully this was a good start for you to add the sitemap, and if you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach me at themarketingbulletinboard.com. Thank you, and have a great day.